All right, brother, do your stuff.
Yeah, man. I'm blessings to everyone that may be listening and looking right now. Just bear with me a little moment here, trying to get a couple things in order. I let you guys listen to one of my good buddies of mine that just sent me some music over. We're gonna let that ride out for about 2 minutes, and then we'll get it going. All right, turn that up a little bit. Got my boy Wolf on here, by the way, man. Yeah, we back at it again. Dropped some knowledge on y'all guys last time. I figure we'll go ahead and give y'all a little bit more meat for the ones that haven't ear to hear, by the way. Okay, yeah, it's working. Everything's good. All right, excellent.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
hear you
guys.
good.
All right, cool. All right, blessings, guys, man. Like I said again, man, we right back in the land of the living, and welcome the ones that may be watching right now, and the ones that may be watching here later on down the road, man. This is the wake up call after hours. Yeah, after hours for the ones that have that mindset to want to come out of this false paradigm. This is the podcast for you. Meaning, for the ones that want to come out of the matrix a little bit, meaning want to take this mind that has been stuck on Christianity, false doctrines, right? All these Roman Catholic Church, paganism, unnecessary lies that have been told to humanity since day one, and everything else in between. And on Facebook, that's live right now. I called it out for what it is, and we're live streaming here as well on another platform source that we'll try to keep on the rest for right now. And I think it's necessary for us to come on here and just elaborate on some of the things that are going on. By the way, that is my security guard. As you can see, he got a security guard shirt on, so he is part of my security. When y'all think I'm out there preaching that
I
gospel
got your
by
back.
myself, I ain't by myself. But yeah, we wanted to come on here, man, and talk about some stuff that are literally going on around the world, guys. Some things that are going on. Yes, baby. Go ahead and let mommy know what you're doing, and just talk about some things that are going on in the world, guys, and also what you can do to kind of wake yourself up. So with that being said, I'm gonna let Wolf go ahead and talk and get some things going, and then I'll elaborate as such.
All right, first thing I wanted to start is I've been thinking about the topic about racism, and a lot of people are against the immigrants. And I'm going to tell you straight out, like you and myself, we're not sugarcoating anything, Ramon.
Yeah.
So we're going to say it straight out. If we were in a third world country and we knew a country we can go to illegally to supply money for our family and feed them,
right,
we'd do it. So anybody that's blaming Mexicans, Africans, or anywhere around the country that there's immigrants coming to this country, the elites made them think it's a free country.
Right.
So they're coming in, they're allowing them to come in. Now, they're being paid, a minor salary.
Yeah.
They're taking over American jobs, which it's not their fault. It's not their fault. They don't realize what's going on. All right. So
yeah,
what it is the enemy attacks from within, and the elites set this up. So they allow the immigrants in, and there's nothing against the immigrants because I know what they're doing. They're trying to feed their families. I have nothing against them. But they take over more jobs, and it's more of the Americans' fault, the elites, because they start hiring them for, less pay. And that puts the middle class out of business.
That it does.
Poor,
They already said the middle class is obsolete.
That's right. So there's no middle class anymore. There's either poor or the elites.
There you go.
So I'm, like you said, I think the last podcast we had, you said during the Super Bowl, 6,000 Americans were allowed in. They're doing it on purpose. It's not their fault. And I'm sick of hearing people talk bad about immigrants, because we would do the same thing if we were in that position.
Oh, of course. If I like you just said, if I was from $10 too, and I wanted to come here and have something for my family or vice versa, whatever the case may be. Of course, I want to do whatever I can to quote unquote come in the land of the free and the home of the brave. But in all reality, you know, it's like people saying, "Oh, they're building the wall." All right.
Yeah, that's to keep us in.
Listen. They're building the wall, guys. Okay, yes, that's true. But if you have noticed, they don't show no live footage of them building the wall, nor do they show any footage of the people that are building the wall. The people that are building the wall is the ones that are on that caravan. They're the one who going to put on those helmets. They're the one that's building that wall. But you know, humanity again in America, see, they got you on the television too. They got you on social media, got you warped and distorted on that. They got your mind caught up. Now football's back. Oh man, they know they got you now. Why you think those two shooting massacres just happened? People hear about it, they know about it, but then you go back to sleep and wake up and you right back in your own world again. People forget. But that's the reason why they're doing all it. I ain't saying that's a false flag, but there has been false flags. The 9/11
there are false flags, and I'm not saying every false flag hasn't happened.
Right.
I mean, there could have been shootings, but other ones were false flags.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know which was true and which aren't. There's so many lies going on.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's people talking about rabbit hole. Man, this thing goes so deep.
So deep.
It's not even funny, man. I mean,
it never ends.
Yeah, you can just like me and you were talking about behind the scenes earlier today, where the oil, like a lot of the soldiers are going to war for fighting for a country and fighting a war that they'll never win because it's all about power, oil, and greed. That's it.
Ramon, that's, you know, my last video I made on my channel, I called it out. I said the elites are playing a chess game with our soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And I never got backlash on it. Soldiers coming forward, telling the truth.
Right.
And they actually sent me some of their helmet cams showing the bullets going right by their heads.
Mm-hmm.
And they're sitting ducks. They see, I have all respect for our soldiers.
Right.
All respect. Because when, like we said last time, when they're in the military, they're brainwashed thinking that they're fighting for their own country and their own people. But they're actually fighting for the elites' power and money.
Mm-hmm.
And the evidence is right. And this is another thing I want to cover. The evidence is right here. Now, I'm going to call everybody out right now. If you're listening to me and Ramon, and yeah, it's easy to listen to somebody and say, oh, they're full of crap.
Right.
But if you do not look into the knowledge and the evidence out there, it's ignorance. You know, you have to look into it. Don't judge us yet. And you don't have to believe us yet until you look for the knowledge. And all the evidence is out there, and our soldiers are coming forward. Now, take a look at all our vets. Now, I was pastoring a lot of homeless, and half the homeless were vets.
Mm-hmm.
They're not taking care of our vets. They don't care. No. Once they do their job, they throw them away.
Trust me, man. My people, granddad, spent 30-something years in the military. And they treat them like they never even been, like they the crab, like they E1.
Yeah.
Like
they put their life on the line.
Yeah.
Thinking they were doing the right thing. Now a lot of soldiers are waking up and they're coming forward. They're making videos on YouTube saying we shouldn't be there. We're breaking down doors. There's only women and children. There's nothing there. And they said, how would you like them to come to our country and do that? What would you do? We'd hate them.
But that's why I tell people, man, you like, well, I don't believe in guns. They need to take the guns away. They need to do this, need to do that. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm gonna just say this. A lot of Christians, a lot of believers, quote unquote believers, are afraid of having weapons to protect their house. Afraid to stockpile this, or I don't prep. What you prepping for? Well, the Lord gives you a sound mind and a sound heart, right?
That's right.
He gives you saying, okay, I'm gonna give you this to think. Was Noah not a prepper? Did Noah not prep? Noah prepped. Noah prepared for how many years? For a long period of time.
See, I go back and forth with you.
Yeah. And it's like, go ahead.
A lot of these guys, a lot of these preppers, they're trying to protect their families, but they don't have faith in God.
There you go.
And so many times I told myself,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I should get my gun license, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, God was telling me, you don't need it. You got your faith.
Right.
You know, so, you know, you're protected. So
Mm-hmm.
why get a gun?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have your faith, you don't need one. You know, because Jesus, you know, like I tell people, Jesus went through this alone without
Right.
weapons. All right. He had his disciples as like a secret service to protect them because he was being targeted big time.
Mm-hmm.
And they had their swords and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But Jesus never had any violence. He wanted nothing. And a lot of people look and they look into the Bible and like it states, he's coming down with this double-edged sword.
Right.
And they think he's coming down with a weapon. And they don't realize the double-edged sword is his tongue,
Mm-hmm.
the word.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want violence. So I tell people, I said, you know what? He did this himself, by himself, and started spreading the word.
Right.
Be lucky there's 144,000 of us working together.
Right. Right. Well, I just say that to say this. I put all faith and trust in the Most High. No problem. No problem. Me wholeheartedly. I mean, if I didn't, you would never see me go out there and stand among a lot of these wolves by myself. Right. And, of course, I got a brother of mine that does it with me time to time, but normally I'm out there by myself.
Right. I'm
going to just tell you this. This is with me. I'm sorry. I don't go out there. This is the sword. Now, listen. Now, this is okay, man. This is the sword. Okay. But this sword go with me as well. Why?
Hey,
Why
you have Ramon,
I say that.
The Bible says you have every right to protect yourself.
Right. I say that because I live in the South, for one. Second thing is I go in all urban communities.
That's right.
I go in places where these jokers get guns on a black market. You know, they getting stuff. I'm talking about to take you out, boom, and you be like, whoa, what happened? You know what I'm saying?
They're walking around with AK-47.
Right. So it's like I cannot go out here.
Yep.
You know, going out here in front of these drug dealers, prostitutes, people driving by in cars, they could be strapped or whatever the case may be. And I'm in La La Land. Man, forget that. I can't do it. So,
no,
because the ones that may hate me for it, hey, it is what it is.
You know what, Ramon? Look back at all the different civilizations and all, you know, back in the day, every civilization, every government that took guns away from the people, what happened?
Right.
They got slaughtered, millions.
I'm telling you.
And that's what America is trying to do to our people. They want the guns gone.
I mean, but look what the government done. The government took how many weapons and ammunition?
Yep. Billions.
I'm talking about
they bought up billions of ammo.
Right. But yet they kept the guillotines.
That's right. And you know, somebody had some kind of heart because they didn't want the blades made in America because they were going to kill Americans.
Yep.
So they were made in China and they were shipped over here for the guillotines.
Right.
You know, and it's like people don't realize at all these Walmart FEMA camps, some of the soldiers, they got curious and they opened up the trains and they saw all the guillotines sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and one of your podcasts, now I seen this years ago.
Right.
I'm glad you put it on your podcast.
The one with the
videos about the graves.
Yeah.
You know, these kids on bikes discovered graves half like filled in.
Man.
It was right after the New Orleans and Houston.
Americans are babies, man. A lot of Americans are babies, bro. They don't believe none of this.
It's genocide, bro.
They can see it. I'm talking about, bro. They can go straight up to the darn grave and see it, and still won't believe. You can push them in and throw dirt on the top of them, and they still won't believe. Well, they must be put in here because it's a graveyard. No, come on, man.
I could go there with a jackhammer and jackhammer one of those cement graves and show them what's in there, and they still wouldn't believe it. They'd walk away.
That's why, you know, it comes to a point where the Father says, what he says? He says, man will perish because of lack of knowledge.
To fear God
is
to seek the knowledge. Seek the knowledge is to find the truth will set you free.
And that's what it's all about. And only a short remnant is going to understand all this stuff we talking about. Everybody's just gonna be
like
like,
we
oh,
both
well,
we both agree on that.
Mhm.
Now there's like 7 billion people, and within 5 years there'll be 9 point something billion,
right.
and we're talking just millions making it.
Exactly. And
That's sad. And we have the discernment. We're worried about everybody,
yep,
our enemies, whoever. Forgive them for they know not what they do.
they do.
You
Amen.
know, I pray for everybody. I don't want anybody, you know, losing out.
Yep.
And you know, the ones who have been awoken, anointed, and people may not believe us, but it's right in the Bible. We're going to be mocked, laughed at, hated, lose friends and family, and it's already happened to all of us. Mentored hundreds and hundreds, same story. And I've woken a lot of people up
yeah.
that were semi-awoken,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it's all true. I mean, look, they're not going to put it on real news.
No, definitely not.
You know,
Definitely
I
not.
mean, the TV's their crystal ball.
Soul taker.
Yeah, control the masses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, people don't realize, like years ago, like we were talking years ago, radio and TV and all that, they got psychologists together.
Right.
Say, how do we control the masses?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. TV, media, the whole thing. It's all fake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a certain type of medias once in a while that are telling the truth.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
they get whacked.
exactly.
They get whacked, and then they'll be like Alex Jones, and they'll be part of the left.
That's right. That's right. You know, a few guys thought Alex Jones was for real. And when I saw the video of him walking into Bohemian and taking a video, I said he was invited.
Oh, yeah. And then when I seen him on Joe Rogan's podcast with the...
Oh, Joe Rogan's a Satanist.
Right, with the Nassau shirt on, I said, oh, he affiliated already. So
yeah, because somebody was on his show one night talking about chemtrails, and Rogan was trying to be against the chemtrails.
Right.
He was trying to knock him off. And one day I only seen a couple of his podcasts, and a buddy of his was on there, right? And he mentioned something about Satanists, right? And his buddy started laughing, going, dude, you're a Satanist. And he starts laughing. He goes, yeah, I know I am. You know,
yeah.
So, you know, they're just, Satan has to tell the truth. So that's what they're doing. They tell the truth, but people aren't believing it.
Yep.
So they'll tell the truth and then retract it after.
Well, see, they love it. Man.
It's reverse psychology.
Yeah, man, they love it, man. They love the...
Oh, they're loving every minute of it.
Because they just like I was watching this video. This is the reason why a lot of you guys keep telling you, come out of her. The Father says, come out of her, my people. If you don't come out of this, I'm checking, especially Facebook, bro. You know, it plays parallel to this passage here. This is 2 Corinthians 6:17. It says, therefore come out from among them and be ye separate, says the Lord. Touch no unclean thing, and I will receive you. How can the Father receive a lot of you, and you don't even want to come out of her, let alone stop untouching unclean things? I mean, this right here.
Yeah.
This is the war. You talking about World War III? This is World War III. This is it.
You lose that, you're looking all over for it.
This is it. This is the...
It's an addiction.
This is the thing that controls everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Your whole... Everything on here should be a DNA. And that's coming soon, too.
Absolutely. Your thumbprints, they got your face, everything.
Look at
they can hear you. The AI
picks
out certain
algorithms,
words.
pick out your words.
Right.
Me and my wife were just talking about it in the car on the way back. You can type some things in your post on Facebook, and then it pops up in your news feed.
That's right. That's right.
It's ridiculous.
You know, brothers everywhere, man.
Man, go inside these Walmarts, aka FEMA camps, and look at the videos of the screens and everything. Everything's biometrics. You're seeing little squares they're moving like 100 miles per hour, and they're taking images of your face, biometrics. So then they take your face. Go ahead.
And a simple thing like this, if you ever, now check this out. There's a plane going on. Hold on. Hey, can you turn the light on right there?
The spine on you, man. The spine on
you. When you look at prices in Walmart, right? It's fun. It's actually funny because they'll
Mart
do some for $1.44.
China Mart,
9.11, this and that. It's all biblical prices. They're popping up.
Every bit of it.
Yep. And I walked in one day and I started seeing it, and I'm like, wow, they're even doing the prices. But a few people have actually shown pictures in supermarkets because of the economy. And you know how they're spraying, and they got the fluoride, and they found pharmaceuticals in the water and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we both say, you know, whoever controls the water, food, and air controls the world, which is the New World Order.
You better believe
it. People have been posting pictures of the canned goods empty with signs on it.
Oh yeah.
Like they're depleting, and the economy is going to crash. And a lot of people wanted people like, you know, stock up on canned goods or whatever you can, because it's coming.
Man, I say it so much. There's a difference between saying, okay, I know the Lord is going to protect me and take care of my family, and then you just walking around. He bless you with a job. He bless you with an awesome job. He bless you with finance. He bless you with people around you, and you still don't stock up.
Right.
Like, you got to see the storm coming.
Right.
If you don't see the storm coming, you put nothing away. All right, I'm going to just put it like this, self-explanatory. Let's just not even talk about doomsday or something like that happens, right?
Right.
Let's just talk about these storms that are getting ready to come. It's hurricane season.
Right.
Every time in the South, every time, last year, big storm came, knocked out power for 3-4 weeks in this area. Every grocery store was slap out of food. And half of the people for 20 miles out had no generator. None.
That's right.
Because they don't prepare. Because they say, well, they just believe everything's going to be all right. And then it took the power company here in Jacksonville. Took them a month, almost 2 months to get half of the people lights back on.
Now, you know that they tested.
No, you're good. I got you.
They tested the blackouts in Texas, in a small town, and a few other towns.
Yep, New York, they did that too.
A military base.
Yep.
And they did not warn our soldiers. They did it for 12 hours on them. And they wanted to see the reaction of everybody, because they're testing it right now.
Right.
And, you know, one day, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. One day, the whole U.S. could go out.
Oh, yeah.
And that could be when the blue hats come in martial law.
EMP.
That's right.
And then all they're going to do is just do like they did in 9/11, blame it on another country.
Of course. Of course. And people are going to believe it.
Simple.
That's the scary part. They're not going to believe our government did it to them.
They don't read. They don't read. And then you're going this, and then before you know it, then you got fake news. Mr. Orange Man, Cheeto Man already called it fake news. So I know, right? Funny as heck. Cheeto Man. I told my wife that the other day. She thought it was hilarious.
Oh, that's another thing. Before I forget.
It's a trip.
Somebody posted something, right? On Facebook. It was a post about Trump, which we know he's a puppet. They're all puppets. And it said something like Trump was going to stop the chemtrails.
Right.
I said, I commented, I said, it's not going to happen.
Man.
I'll tell you right now, if he was going to stop the chemtrails, it would have been when he got on.
He going to stop the
chemtrails are still going on.
Man, he ain't stopping no chemtrails, man. That stuff been going on before he even got in the seat.
He's a Mason. He's just like one of them. If you're a billionaire, you're a Mason.
He do this every time he talk, don't he? Come on.
All seeing eye.
Come on, man. Y'all stop, man. Stop.
He puts his two fingers together.
And a lot of believers, man, got all their hope in this guy. I'm seeing this. Oh, he's such a Christian. He's
so many people I know.
Y'all better stop.
So many people I know, they think, now, all right, get this one. All right. Now, you remember when he first got in office and the pedophile thing started happening, and they got 2,000 indictments, then it went to 7, then it went to 30,000 indictments.
Right.
I started telling all my guys, I'm like, listen, you're not going to see one person arrested. No. How do they have 30,000 indictments, right? Everything went quiet. Nobody was arrested. And then my buddy of mine, he contacted me like 3 months ago, and I told you he was ashamed.
Yep.
And I said, don't be ashamed. He's like, but you were right. He goes, nobody's being arrested. Trump's one of them and the whole thing. I said, I know. I said, I told you to keep your eyes open. You did. Yeah. Now you know. Yeah. You know, don't be ashamed. He's telling everybody what you want to hear.
Exactly. What you want to hear. You hit the nail on the coffin on that one, what you want to hear. And
that's it.
Now that's how, man. That's how patty cake America is, man. Everything's soft, especially the men. A lot of men, man. I'm talking about a lot of men, bro, just don't put no calluses on their hand no more. They don't know how to work. A lot of them just. A lot of them are just. You just look at the statistics. A lot of them waiting on the woman to come home to do everything.
Yeah,
it's like,
especially
man, what
the
happened
younger
to
generation. They
testosterone?
don't want to work, man.
And the testosterone level is down in a lot of men is because of all the fluoride that's in the water.
That's right. It's all poison.
It's like, come on, man. So they sit home, they wait on the NFL, and they pop popcorn and look at porn all day. That's the reason why they screwed up.
Yep, playing video games, looking at porn, and they don't respect police. They don't respect adults. You know, remember back in the day when we were young, cop pulls up, we had so much respect for them, and they had respect for us.
Right.
They didn't bust us. They didn't. We didn't bust them.
I can't really elaborate on that too much. It's not a racist thing.
Well, I'm gonna take the fifth on that too.
But yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
But they all knew us.
I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah, they were really cool. But the elites later on started turning people against cops and cops against people, and certain ones, even with this MK Ultra stuff like this. Now, I saw a black man, a young black kid, and I'm sure maybe you saw this video. He was cuffed on his belly in a train station.
No, I don't think I seen
this young cop took his gun out and shot him in the back.
Wow.
Now, you're not going to say that wasn't MK Ultra or something like that or whatever, because
there's something out there with the 5G.
That's right. There was something up with that. So this is how they're turning cops against the people and people against cops, and also the cops are being militarized.
Yep.
You know, they're getting military vehicles. They're walking around with these vests with 20,000 things on them. They look like military.
Yep, man.
And they have no idea what the elites are doing to them.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a big game to the elites, and they're turning everybody against each other, just like in our own country and in other countries.
That's why I said so much, man. And I showed you videos of trying to grow your own food and all this other stuff. American food system is straight up poison. They know it's poison. It's humane genocide. It's just straight genocide. That's all it is.
Well, you know, it's illegal to grow organics, right?
Oops.
Yep.
Oh well.
They were attacking I don't know if it was the Rangers or the Sheriff's Department. They were attacking organic farms. They were spraying them and killing them.
Yeah. Well.
Killing. Yep. They don't want the organic. They don't want people being healthy. They want the GMO foods.
Better stop all that. Better stop eating all them chicken thighs about the size of your face out this mug. Yo, eating a whole chicken thigh about this big. Tell me I'm hungry. I'm hungry, mama. Please see more. Yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
Right?
You know,
come on, man.
All the GMO crap they're growing now, and you know, and the poison water and the poison air and stuff, and people don't get it. You know, some people are waking up to it, some aren't.
I tell her to get my big old bag of spinach out of the refrigerator. I got a bag of spinach this big.
Bro, that's what I eat, man.
Y'all better start eating y'all greens, man.
I eat a lot of greens, a lot of salads, stuff like that, because when I was truly awoken, like completely, he told me straight out, you know, not by a voice, by a vision, like change your diet now. I can't even look at a sweet. I can't eat sugar. It doesn't appeal to me, you know, and I changed my diet, you know, because, and it's funny, I don't really like watching TV.
Spinach. My daughter went and got it, man. Spinach. Man.
Anyway.
Go ahead, close it back up for me.
But listen, the best water to drink. Anybody out there listening?
Yeah. Drop that nugget.
I don't watch TV, but you know, when I do watch TV, like I like watching the Kardashians and stuff for symbolism, right?
Oh, I'm about to say, dude, you watch those people?
Because of the fact that you'll see these people lifting up Fiji water.
I can't watch them. After I heard that she put women's blood, you know what, on her face, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yes, they're all witches, but what you have to look out for is a lot of these elites on TV are showing Fiji water.
Yeah.
Right in front of your face.
Yeah.
Now, if you go into Walmart or something like that and you buy a 6-pack of Fiji water, it's over $12.
Oh yeah.
It's pure. Some guy did a pH testing. And if you're drinking real cheap bottled water, it's tap water.
It's like the it's clear. I can't remember the name of it. Alkaline water. Alkaline water.
Yes,
Is
your
what you want to be
body
drinking.
is 70% alkaline, right?
Yeah.
The guy did a pH testing on, like, say, 12 bottled waters.
Right.
Only 4 came out blue. One was Fiji water, and that's what all the stars drink.
Yep.
It runs through volcanic rock and everything. It's pure.
Yeah.
And all the rest is like drinking toilet water, they said.
Right.
You know, like if you go to
Walmart,
and you buy like a case of water for $4,
yeah,
it's crap water.
Of course.
So if you want to buy the good stuff, you got to buy a 6-pack for $12.
Oh yeah.
Stay healthy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Imagine that.
Oh, I can believe it, bro.
And if you ever watch movies or anything, watch out. You'll see them stick the Fiji logo right in front of the camera.
Oh, man, they've been doing that for so long,
Yep,
man. It's not even funny, man.
Nope, right in your face.
This rabbit hole is deep, guys. We're running about 5 minutes on record time here, but it's utterly amazing, people, of the stuff that we can just talk about, man. I mean, but
and this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
brother.
but just have your faith in the Lord. You won't have nothing to worry about. But
that's right.
Again, still got to understand and be able to discern what's going on in the world, because it's easy to just hear about all the blessings and all these other different things. But when you walk outside that door and don't know what's outside that door, you won't be prepared, man. And it's like, you got to stay ready. You got to stay ready. Mind, body, and soul. I say it so much. Get this right, get the soul right, and get your body right, man. I mean, eat right, people. I mean, come out of McDonald's. Come out of these Burger Kings, all this other crap. Start cooking back home. I see a lot of families just don't cook home no more. They don't do it.
Stay away from the microwave.
Yeah, you've been popcorn, microwave, radioactivity. Now you're walking around here like the lime green, the Hulk around here. Don't even know it. You glowing in the dark at nighttime. Don't even know it.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
Exactly, man.
Stop, guys. So, Wolf Bro, you got anything else to say, man, before we get out of here? Because I got a long.
We just got to go back to the old times. You know, like we were, like you said, eat right, keep your faith, pray daily, and stay alert.
Daily.
And when you hear people like us talking, don't be arrogant. You know, don't judge us and call us crazy, because we've been anointed. We are awake. We know what's going on. Look into it yourself. You don't have to believe us until you see the evidence.
Exactly. That's all it's. That's all it says, man. Just do that. Like here, Matthew 26:14. It says, "Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." Right?
Amen.
So, spirit is willing. The spirit is willing to walk and do what the Most High say. But the flesh is weak. So the flesh is gonna say, keep popcorn. The flesh is gonna say, keep doing all these other different things. But if you separate yourself away, boom and boom, then you'll be good. Because, I mean, you guys been seeing this face for 5 years. I'm coming to a point where you ain't going to hear nothing but audios. I mean, because it's just like, I got so many things I got to do here at the homestead. I got so many things I got to do. It's a lot. So
it's emotionally distressing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this, you know, I get people inbox me, you know, I pray for them, but they ask me some of the silliest things, because all you got to do is just go buy you one of these. Buy you one of these and read it for yourself. And you're going to get the answer. I can't give you. Right. I can't give you answers. I can't. I can only tell you.
You have to seek it yourself.
He says, seek first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness. Then he says, then everything will be added unto you. So if you don't seek his face, you ain't sitting at his table every morning. You waking up to go stroll on Facebook and see who's talking about what, then of course you ain't gonna get no knowledge. You ain't gonna get no.
That's right.
So
That's
you know, it is what it is, guys. I love it, man. I love it. I've been doing this for a minute.
We just got to do the best we can, brother.
That's it, guys. So
plant our seeds, man.
This is the wake up call, guys. I'm finna go ahead and enjoy my wife, Georgia, family time, man. I'm finna get ready to get up out of here. But
you have a good night, brother.
Y'all guys keep doing what you got to do. For the ones that are watching here on YouTube and the ones that are watching on Facebook, blessings to you. God bless you. Continue to keep seeking the kingdom, because the king is soon to come back. Prepare your heart. God bless you, bro.
God bless.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Have a good night, man.
You know it, man.